and in the United States Senate. Please, if you haven't registered to vote, if you know anybody that hasn't registered to vote, vote for leaders that reflect our values. Our communities are better off when democracy works. Your individual participation is what will make the difference. Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Good morning. My name is Naya. When did this become a decision about life? When did it become a decision about life? Countless school shootings. School districts are pushing Black and brown students into incarceration. Black women are 3 times more likely to die from childbirth. So when did it become a question about life? Black and brown women have been killed by law enforcement all throughout this year. When did it become a question about life? Every time the government has had blood on their hands, they made a decision to decide that that life didn't matter, but yesterday they did. So when did it become a decision about life? Repeat after me. It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to fight for our freedom.
It is our duty to win.
It is our duty to win.
We must love and support each other.
We must love and support each other.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
We have nothing to lose but our chains.
So remember that when they are questioning the value behind our life, the value behind women's life, it is our duty to fight for this freedom. Forward together.
Not one step back.
Forward together.
Not one step back.
Is that better? Hi, my name's Lisa Cayley, and I want to thank all of my sisters today for allowing me to speak on behalf of Democratic women of Orange County. And I have to be honest, public speaking really scares me. I almost declined this opportunity, but we don't have the luxury of feeling uncomfortable anymore. We have to speak our truth now. Elections are coming up, and we have to win these elections for Democrats. There is no alternative. So I was looking up statistics on how many women in America have had an abortion, and I read that it is 1 in 4. And I want all of you to know that I am 1 in 4. I have had an abortion. And I have been socialized not to talk about it. Just as I've been socialized not to talk about my miscarriages, just as I've been socialized not to talk about menopause, which I am going through right now. I am over being quiet to protect others from being uncomfortable. My experiences are not unique. Every woman I've shared my stories with has shared similar stories, and that's why we are all here today. It's time to start telling the truth. We have to take steps to protect other women and to save our democracy. So the mission of Democratic women is to elect Democrats, especially Democratic women. And at our last meeting, we had Representative Julie Von Haven and Sarah Preston of Lillian's List speaking about the future of abortion rights in North Carolina. Sarah told us that Lillian's List was created for this very moment. And if you don't know about Lillian's List, look them up. They support pro-abortion candidates throughout North Carolina. Sarah was also asked, should we say pro-choice and avoid the polarizing word abortion? And she was adamant. The majority of Americans and North Carolinians support abortion rights. Say the word abortion. Own the word abortion. Normalize saying abortion. Representative Joy Monhaven has been an unabashed warrior for her rights, and she did not back down from saying the truth. Abortion is health care, and abortion is a human right. So what do we do now? Well, Democrats women in Orange County wants you to join us to fight for every single vote in the upcoming election. We must elect Sherry Beasley to the U.S. Senate. We must elect Lucy Inman to the North Carolina Supreme Court. We must re-elect Sam Orban to the North Carolina Supreme Court. And we must elect our own Valerie Kashid to Congress. Orange County can bring the votes to ensure Democratic candidates win in November, but we have to work. We have to support our candidates and to turn out the vote for Democrats. That is our only option. So make sure everyone you know is informed. Make sure everyone you know votes. Make sure everyone you know understands what rides on this election. And remember that your voice matters. This is time to raise our voices. Let's tell the truth. Let's make everyone really uncomfortable. And let's win. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I saw somebody got here a little while ago, and they had a sign that said, "Give me autonomy or give me death." And that's a sentiment that's resonated really true with me in the last 2 days. I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a little emotional. I'm Flashy Teddy Van. I'm the student body president at UNC at Chapel Hill. The other side of the sign says, "Stop the war on women." And I think that that's a really true statement as well. And that's exactly what's happening right now. We are at war. And I don't think that I ever imagined as a child that at some point I would have to fight in the war to be able to exist. I'd have to fight a war to be able to have rights, to be able to decide what I want to do with my life and with my body. I think that as a child, like a lot of young girls, like I imagined I'd grow up and maybe would have a family, would have a husband, would have children if I chose those things for myself. But the choice being the operative word there, that this would only be a decision if it was one that I made for me. And I've been really struggling to accept the fact that that is not our reality as of today, as of yesterday. Like Michelle Obama said, I am heartbroken to have to be here having this conversation, to be carrying on a fight that began before my mother was born, a fight that my grandmother had to be a part of, a fight that so many people here are carrying on today. I think it's important for young people to realize that this is our country. The future is ours. And so while I can't speak for all of you, I can speak to my own experience, I am looking around right now really frantically and feeling really afraid about what our future is going to be. I'm not feeling excited about what life is going to be like after I graduate from Carolina, because what country is this? We are going backwards. We are going back to the times that we read about in history books and were horrified by. I want better for myself. Those of you who know me know that I have a little niece who I love more than anybody in the world. And I'm so excited to see her grow up. And I want her to be able to live in a country where she gets to decide what her life is going to be. And there are not a bunch of people, a bunch of men in offices behind desks holding their gavels, deciding what her future is going to be for her. Everybody before me has told you all the importance of voting, and I don't think that that is something that can be understated, so vote. But I think a lot of what I've heard as far as the discourse amongst our generation lately, it's been that we do not have to continue to work against these systems in the ways that we've always been told. You don't have to feed into any kind of respectability politics. You don't have to go about this in the way that you've maybe been told is going to work. We don't have to overturn won in 1973. We don't have to. Absolutely. It's a new Jack Swing, baby, okay? And so I am here. I am so proud to be a leader at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. Our student government, the leaders that you all elected this year, we are working so hard to be able to make change, to make sure that the right to an abortion stays a right in the state of North Carolina, but that is not where our work is stopping. And so I hope that you will keep the faith. I hope that you will continue to fight no matter how sad this makes you, no matter how angry it makes you, and that you will continue until we have the rights that are ours, that were God-given from the day we were born back, returned to us. Thank you.
Luck of the draw that I am following that woman. Those are the people that we need. I want those people. All right, let me introduce myself. I'm Jerry Richards. I'm the president of Chapel Hill Now, which is the national organization for women. But today, it's not just about women. It is about everybody. Because when we talk about the right to privacy, when we talk about bodily autonomy, we are not just talking about women. And you all know that. I know you do. I was in Raleigh last night, where there were thousands of people, young people, old people, people like me, who remember the days before Roe v. Wade, who remember the girl in her class, or I should say the girls in her class who had to leave school because they were pregnant. What happened to them? I remember students that I had when I was first teaching who were pregnant and in school hiding their pregnancy from everybody around them. What happened to them? I remember the girl in my class who had given birth out of, what we used to say, out of wedlock. Oh, shame. Who came back to school and had to sit in the same class with the young man who impregnated her and changed her life. I remember that, and a lot of people don't know that. And that's why I went to Raleigh last night, and that's why I'm here. The thousands of people who were in Raleigh made a pledge, and I'm going to ask you to make that pledge too. We won't go back. What about you?
We won't go back.
And say that to your friends. I have friends who like to talk a lot, but what are they doing? Are they here? They're on Facebook crying about this right now. Well, Facebook, forget it. Get into the street. Do something. So I'm going to repeat some of the things that others have talked about that you can do, because I don't want you to be discouraged. Take what you are feeling today. Take that anger, take that disappointment, take that fear, and turn it into action. Number one, as other people have said, is that it is time to vote. Vote pro-life. Ask candidates where they are, and ask the ones who are not pro-life in public, what is your position? Make them say it. Pro-choice. Pro-choice. Did I say that? Oh my God. Thank you for pointing that out to me. What is my name? Okay, some people cry when they get emotional. I make terrible mistakes. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we're going to vote pro-choice. I want you to do, all right? Now, the next thing is to contact all of your representatives and all of those in North Carolina, especially because it is up to the states, as Anna told us. So we don't want to lose that right. But don't just contact your own. This is a state issue. Contact them all, because they all will vote, all right? And contact people in Washington, D.C. Let them know. Let President Biden know. Send a postcard. Do something. An email. These are easy things to do. And we can do it not just once. We can do it over and over again. That's the next thing. This can't be the end. This has to be the beginning. Also, we need the ERA. Talk to those people when you talk pro-choice. Talk about the ERA. Women are deserving of equal rights. We have equal rights. It just needs to be recognized in law. Talk to your daughters. Talk to your granddaughters. Talk to your sons. I have two. Talk to them. Talk to everybody that you know, your aunts and uncles, your friends, your co-workers. Spread the truth, not lies, about abortion. Abortion is health care. What is abortion? Health care. You said it. Thank you. All right. Let me see now. Okay. And let's not forget that abortion is still legal in North Carolina. And women are already coming to North Carolina from adjoining and faraway states. So we need to support those women. Easy way. Money is easy to give. Support the North Carolina Abortion Fund. But you may find that one of those women needs some help in another way, needs somebody to take her to someplace, needs a place to stay overnight, all right, needs help attaining or getting abortion medication. That is legal all over this country. It was surgical abortions that they voted on. They cannot stop you from getting abortion pills through the mail. They are safe and effective. And make sure those women that you know, those friends, those daughters, those sons, that they all know that crisis pregnancy centers tell lies. They mislead young women. We want them to know the truth. So lead them to reliable information. And while you're talking to the people who represent you in the State House here, tell them that you don't want your tax dollars, because that's what is happening. You do not want your tax dollars, millions of tax dollars, going to those organizations. Crisis pregnancy centers are devious. Do not let them exist. Let's stop them. And I'm going to go back to what I said at the beginning. Don't lose hope. This is, as others have said, going to be a very long battle. It was long before. I was there before, and here I am again. I have to tell you that this isn't about me. This is about the young women who are out there who really it will affect their lives. I'm past that. I did not dye my hair this color. It happened. It happened worrying about these things. It happened watching people do things as I have described to you, have things happen to them. Women deserve more, and we're going to make sure they have it. So don't lose hope. Turn anger into action, because we won't go back. We won't go back. We won't go back. We will not. We won't go back. One more. Thank you so much. Thank you to the NAACP and Anna Jones and everyone else who organized this. Thank you.
morning. Good morning. Good morning. My name is Camille Berry. And I am one of your newest Chapel Hill Town Council members. If you know me, you know I like to get personal. So let's get personal. 1991, my partner and I welcomed our first child. Beautiful. 1993, we found out that we were expecting another one. We went to our doctor, and I say our because we were in it together. And she had me to come back. And then she had me to come back again. And I thought, well, that's a little bit more than the last time. Turns out, in her opinion, I was experiencing a threatening miscarriage. I could let it continue, this pregnancy, and see how it turned out. I could hope for the best, we could monitor it. But in her expert opinion, I should seriously consider an abortion. I should consider terminating that pregnancy. So we went home and we cried. And we thought and we thought. And a few weeks later, we went back and we said, we're ready, we've made our decision. And this was in June. We were moving in July for him to start a new job in Tennessee. And she said, I'm so sorry, I can't get you in before you leave. But don't worry, when you get to Tennessee, when you get to Nashville, when you get to the university where your partner is working, you can take care of your health there. I couldn't. You see, Nashville, Tennessee I saw the belt buckle of the Bible Belt. Oh, how's this? Okay. How about that? Better? All right. I could not find a physician who would do the procedure at that hospital. So I went to Planned Parenthood with my partner, with our daughter. And as I was sitting in the waiting room, I questioned again, why was I doing that? I was doing it because there was a huge risk that I was not willing to take. There was a risk of life. Yes, there were 2 lives, but there were 2 others as well. If something had happened to me, imagine my partner and our small child. Or let's say we all survived, but something seriously happened. In that situation, my personal situation, my partner's and my personal situation, we were able to make that decision. It was our choice. It was my choice. 2 years later, in 1995, my husband and I and our daughter welcomed 2 more children into our family. To think that my daughters and my son won't have that choice. Pro-life. Pro-choice is pro-life. The full definition, not the narrow one. The full definition, not the narrow one. So I urge you, don't be hopeless, don't give up. Vote. And get someone else to vote. And get someone else. And as others have said, Cherie Beasley for U.S. Senate. Valerie Fouché, U.S. Congress. And folks, let's not forget where this took place yesterday. Our courts. Our court. Here in the state of North Carolina, vote Samuel Ervin back onto the Supreme Court. Vote Lucy Inman onto the court. We cannot afford, once again, we cannot afford to lose either of those seats. So those four I'm going to underscore once more. Beasley, Fouché, Ervin, Inman. Vote for people who do what they say. Vote for people who do what they say. Don't accept the lip service. Don't accept the people who show up for the photo op. Vote for people who do what they say. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name's I'm a new member of the Hill Carrboro NAACP.